I'm constantly reminded that people in this country and across the planet shouldn't even own dogs. They shouldn't. They're incapable of making decisions. They make improper decisions. They don't even want to train their dog. One of the more common things that reminds me of this is that I'm contacted about raw diet and people say, how much should I feed the dog? Like I'm a mind reader. They'll say, well, it's this breed. And that's usually what they say. That's the amount of information that they give. And first of all, you shouldn't be contacting anybody that's a professional. Like, say you have a problem with your sink. You call a plumber and ask them advice on fixing your sink? No, you don't. You don't do that in any case. So why would you do that with a dog trainer? Now, you should know how much to feed your dog. You should. And if you're contacting me, you would know that, like, if it's a dog, like say a 45-pound dog and above, I'd probably give him something like this. This is a chicken leg quarter, and this is what I recommend. And I recommend this because it has bone in it. It's bone in, so the dog gets a proper amount of calcium. If I use steak or something like that, you have to add calcium. But I don't know your dog. I don't know anything about the dog, and that's just like, I'm saying like 45 and above. I don't know. It depends on each dog. What's the age of the dog? What's the size of the dog? What's the energy level of the dog? I'm not a mind reader, and you really should not be contacting people asking this question. The other day, I had somebody contact me. They said that they had 3 or 4 dogs. I think that they said the breeds or something. And I emailed them back saying it's so inappropriate. They 9 times out of 10, it's just like a sentence or 2 sentences, and I'm supposed to answer it. They don't even say, hi, my name is. It comes in on a Gmail account. It's a joke. It's a joke. They're just about wasting people's time. You're too lazy to look through my playlist on raw diet. That's a fact. Well, I'll just ask him, do you call it, what professionals are called that you do that all the time? Like your car's fixed, so you go to the mechanic and ask him how to fix it? Call him up on the phone or give him an email? That person the other day sent back another email saying, LOL, right? And then goes, well, I'll super chat you some money next time you live stream. And I said, no, don't. I don't want you on my channel, and it's the truth. I don't want anybody like that on my channel. There was a dog that I trained recently, Lola, and her mom contacted me, and I was talking to her, and she was insistent upon paying me for like a Skype. That's why I wanted to work with Lola. It's the truth. It's because the owner was just so cognizant that like my time is worth something. She was very polite about it. That's why I wanted to work with her. But generally speaking, people aren't like that. They aren't. They're just rude. They don't even say their name. They just think that I'm supposed to answer their question. It's some phony Gmail account. I don't even know if you're a troll. You are a troll because you're contacting me thinking that I'm supposed to work for free. It's rude. So I tell this person, I say, they contact me again? LOL. It's funny to you. It is. It's funny to you. It's funny. That person should not even own a dog, much less 4 dogs or whatever they said that they had. And I'll tell you why. It's because they don't know how much to feed the dog. How could you not know how much to feed your dog? And knowing that the wolf can go up for 2 weeks without food, what are you worried about? Your domestic dog is a subspecies of the wolf. If it goes for 12 hours without eating or eating a little bit less, it's not going to die because of that. And don't you visually look at the dog? Oh, look, it's looking a little skinny. Maybe I'll feed it a little bit more. Oh, look, it's looking real fat. I should feed it less. No, you don't. You don't, do you? You want somebody to tell you exactly what to do and do it for free. Like if it's not on the bag, like you're the person that contacted me is probably the person that looks on the bag of dog food. and uses those guidelines, and that's how they feed their dog. And we have millions of obese dogs. Millions. People see a skinny dog and instantly they think it's like emaciated. No, it could be healthy. When Tonka was real young, he was real lean because I was working him all the time. Very healthy dog, and I would have people comment on him. I'd say, GSP, he never stops moving, he's real skinny. Look at me. I'm sorry, I'm 56 and I'm not fat. I'm not fat. Dogs are the same way. If you overfeed them, they get fat. You can visually look at the dog and tell, oh look, it's overweight. I need to feed it less. They're not gonna, they need water. They need water and they need food. But the food thing, think about it. The wolf will go for 2 weeks without making a kill. 2 weeks. Have you ever had the vet tell you, like, don't feed the dog for, 12 hours before you bring it in? Your dog isn't going to starve to death. They're not like you. They don't need to eat all the time. We do. I had a colonoscopy. This is the truth. I didn't eat for like 36 hours. I thought I was going to fucking die. I was bitching and moaning at everybody. You take food away from me, right? I cannot eat for a while. I'm not the person that needs to, like, eat like my dad did, and I think my brothers are like that too. I'm not that person. But I mean, come on, give me a break. Your dog is similar. If it's overweight or underweight, you feed it more or feed it less, and they can go for a lot longer without food than you can. Some people with dogs, most people on raw diet with dogs, they'll feed this like once a day. Once a day. Okay? Some people feed twice. Some dogs, I feed raw diet twice a day. I don't know anything about your dogs, okay? Don't waste my time. And if you can't figure this out, you certainly have the right to ask me if I want to do a Skype session with you. And if you're not polite when you're contacting me, like this dude, the dude from the other day, that just LOL, he thinks that if I answer the question, right, that he thinks that he can super chat me how much it's worth. You're not even asking me what it's worth, what my time's worth. You're deciding what it's worth. You're deciding what it's worth. I told the person I won't have anything to do with them. I don't even want them on my channel. You can't. Oh, so you think me answering this question is what, worth $3? Gee, thanks. I feel sorry for your dogs. I do. I feel sorry for your dogs. I feel sorry for all the dogs in the society that are treated this way. They're treated like shit. They're not trained. And then you have people that are like, oh, well, I love my dog. I love my dog. So all they're interested in is something easy, which is giving raw diet. I know people like this. They won't train the dog. They won't spend the time with the dog because that's too much work. But they think that they're doing something great by giving their dog a raw diet. So they go buy a prepared raw diet and then, yay, I'm a great owner. You're a piece of shit and you know it. You're a piece of shit. And that's a fact. Spend some time with your dog and stop worrying about raw diet. Is your dog trained? Then why are you worried about the raw diet? You have other issues to deal with, don't you? I'm not a person that thinks that people should be feeding their dog pet food. But if your dog's not trained, why are you taking the time, you're going to go buy a grinder and they're going to grind up the food because that's fun for you. But dog training isn't fun. Grow up. Figure out how much to feed your dog and know that they're not going to starve if you're feeding them a little bit less. And your dogs are probably fat anyway. How much kibble do you feed them? Is it about this much? Maybe try that much of raw chicken, idiot. Don't waste my time. Don't contact me with bullshit.